Have I got crap for you today?
Oh, good. Is that something I want?
Let's you and me crawl into the mailbag together.
No.
I,
I'll just look from out here.
okay, fine.
You just hold them up to me and I'll.
A few odds and ends we have to take care of before we get into commentaries.
How do we know on this show which are odds?
Here's one. The wobbly-headed doll caper solved.
They figured. Oh, please tell me Yarmer Yager didn't steal his own bobbleheads.
He didn't, it appears.
Thank you.
Now, I found this on Newser.
Actually, I don't think he could. I'm not sure I think he's still playing somewhere at the age of 102.
The Yager bobbleheads are home. Now one of the more bizarre tales in NHL history comes to a close, reports CNN. The NHL team announced that a special cargo recovery team had negotiated the return of a truck full of bobbleheads honoring Jaromir Jagr.
A cargo recovery team.
Yep. Negotiated a return. These things were held for ransom. They paid the ransom.
Pay it up or the bobblehead gets it?
The bobbleheads get it. I don't know.
You don't suppose it was a different bobblehead?
That'd be great if they all turned out to be Kirby Puckett bobbleheads.
Everything's a little. Shut up! I'm not a bobblehead, Marty. Sorry.
The fans who hold a voucher from the March 14th game against the San Jose Sharks will be able to swap that for their Jagr bobblehead starting April 6th. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department says an investigation's ongoing with no further information to relay at this time. They were in California.
Well, okay, I don't follow hockey. I don't follow any sports like I did as a kid where I knew everything about every league.
Yep.
But I don't think Yarmer has any connection to California, does he?
No, but I think the
bad guys do.
Yeah. Oh, yes. The caperers, they're the ones who made it happen.
Wow, just think. We have people to do food and now people to pull off crimes.
I love
Yes, I'm a caperer.
You got bobbleheads? I can get them.
I know a guy.
So that's some of the good news.
He's a caperer. You love him.
That's some of the good news.
All right.
Now, the next good news is somebody sent me a picture. Who sent this to me? I can't remember.
Words. Use your big boy words.
Somebody sent me a picture.
All right.
It's a picture from Alabama. It's inside an elevator with it's the University of Alabama. They got some guys.
As in Roll Tide?
Yes, they've got people there that have something to prove, apparently. Because there's a huge sign that says, "Do not click buttons with genitalia." Cameras are watching. Sad part was it was somebody else's genitalia.
That would make a lot more sense.
What is wrong with those children?
Explain that to your parents at the college hearing. You did what?
You did. Are you
on your own?
Well, and if I'm the dad, I'm the no effing way. Show me.
No.
But because remember Ian.
You've met my son, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He would take that dare. Now he's already in trouble.
Ian, I will never forget. He went up to play his first men's league rugby in Winnipeg at a tournament there, and he scored his first try in men's league play, which calls for a Zulu, where you have to run around the pitch naked. And this was a big tournament, men's and women's teams. And I said, did anybody get a picture of it? And he says, no, but somebody did get a picture of me running to the naked boat race. And I said, where is it? And he said, I'm not telling you. So I went searching.
Like I would tell you. Why does this sound like a Wolowitz thing from the early years of Big Bang Theory?
So I found it.
What? And there's a blog?
It was hilarious. And Ian was just wearing his trainers. That's all he had on. And he's hustling down a hill toward whatever body of water it is. And it's far enough away that you can't see his item of interest. But you can see that he is totally buck naked. And I sent it to our friends.
Who I'm sure.
And I said, hey, please congratulate Ian.
You know, I've often wondered about some of the idiosyncrasies and things that Ian has.
Yes. And?
I'm beginning to understand it now.
Oh, I see. Now,
an abusive father.
Who? You tell me who this guy is. I will have a chat with him.
We'll talk later.
All right. So
I'm still curious what Anne is doing there after all these years. I mean, she looks so much brighter.
She seems to have a lot of money poured into this that she wants. She's looking for a return on the insurance, I think.
Oh, poor lady.
Anyway.
Be enough insurance.
Anyway, just after you chided me the most for my scatological tendencies.
Yeah, you're into poop humor.
And I'm not the only one. Our backup sound guy posted something on Facebook. I mean, it was the next thing I saw. It was you were picking on me, and then I, finished up whatever I was doing, and I went and shows a picture of the largest fossilized human turd ever found. It belonged to a sick Viking in the 9th century and has been valued.
Back up.
What?
Has been valued.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, back up just the beginning of that sentence. The largest
fossilized human turd ever found.
And then value follows that.
$39,000 of it.
For a human turd.
Yes.
Fossilized. I know.
Well, the thing's 8 inches long and 2 inches wide.
Dude, I know frat guys that can do that on Tuesdays.
I know, but this is now fossilized. You can use it as a bludgeon.
Of course, why would you? You'd be out $39,000. It'd be an expensive. Who, in God's name, would pay 39 grand for fossilized poop?
The large, precious poop.
But now I am beginning to understand those frat guys. No, quick, get the camera.
Because this could be a record. Officially known as the Lloyd's Bank coprolite, the word coprolite simply meaning fossilized poo. The 1,200-year-old log that is thought to be the largest in recorded human history, 8 inches long, 2 inches wide, discovered in York, Northwest England in 1972 by construction workers during the building of a Lloyd's TSB branch. In an area once ruled by Norse warriors, as evidenced by their leavings, it takes its name from the institution of Lloyd's Bank, of course. So it's the
Lloyd's fossil?
Lloyd's. No, they called it the Lloyd's Bank coprolite, I think. Coprolite.
That was it.
Coprolite. So I wanted you to know that it's not just me.
No, and I want you to know that I'm so happy to learn that.
Now to the comments.
Did you hear a spinning noise?
Yeah.
That's Scatman Crothers.
Cute. That's pretty well done. That's nice. Apropos, this is True Really News, episode 846.
One of my favorites. No, wait, 486 was one of my favorites.
The quote is going to sound like the story we just did. It's that big all the way around. Speaking of sports, but it was about that lady's tongue, that whose circumference was larger than the height of a soda can. OldFatMan says, it's that big all the way around. Speaking of sports, OMFG, I love you guys. My wife is in tears. So many things come to mind.
So is my wife.
She cried too?
She's always in tears.
Poor woman.
Mentioned something about a wasted life, and I don't know.
Yes.
She goes over to see the grandson. She seems better after that.
Apropos. Now that was a Freudian slip because I was thinking of two things at once. Can you guess what they were?
Nope. Not going there.
Apropos of This Is True Really News Mailbag, episode 123. I was saying
ABC.
that the crows would startle old fat man out in his parts. And he said, not sure about that. We got some crows around here, could probably fly away with a small child. in defense of that pilot who landed, who I watched land and
Yeah.
told my family, watch this. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one.
A good landing. Yeah.
Had I just landed the plane, I'd probably sparked up a dart a bit away from the plane.
That'd be good because you can never see. I wasn't that bright when I had the car accident, rolled 3
Yeah,
times.
I remember that.
Took the quick tour of all the seats of my car. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell happened? So the hitchhiker I was trying to avoid on that snowy
Sunday.
morning
Yeah.
comes over and Saturday. Comes over and says, you okay?
I think so.
Don't know. Did you grab my cigarettes down there?
I need one of them.
Yeah.
Right now. Maybe
later, as the ambulance crew is taking me out of the car and over to the ambulance, I'm looking back going, that may not have been my best idea. But I didn't go up in flames, so hey.
Yeah, you should have hit the guy. That's what all I'm saying. By the way.
Imagine the skid I'd have been in then. And then the legal trouble.
No,
Minnesota, dude.
Yeah, didn't think I could avoid him.
I mean, we're second only to California in making sure that victims have no rights. Hey, wait, I'd be the perpetrator, though, right?
Yeah, you would be.
Well, I'd have been okay then.
Old Fat Man says, I learned in college calculus is just a fancy way of saying estimation. I think you're right.
Never, ever trust anything that puts English and math together. Yeah.
Exactly. Apropos, this is True Really News, episode 847.
I mean, I've watched Hidden Figures like 5 times, and I still don't understand the math they're doing.
I've started watching Joan of Arcadia. I never watched it the first time. Have you seen it?
Is there math?
No.
Well, then no. I like educational programs.
You do not.
True. No,
it's actually worth watching because God keeps appearing to Joan and giving her tasks, and she keeps looking foolish. And he keeps showing up as different people. Garbage truck driver, hot guy on the bus. And she goes, I thought you were a hot guy on the bus. He goes, what your brain does with my presence isn't my issue.
And I think most of the free world is going, oh.
Yuck.
See, those stupid Jesus is my boyfriend songs are going to get us into trouble sooner or later.
This is True Really News, episode 847 from Old Fat Man. This was about the dog sled race, poor puppers. He agrees. Some of those poor puppers did suffer. Poor things. That Tahoe foot fondler fell into temptation. Are you sitting down?
I hope so.
It was his Achilles heel. Yep. One of us. Absolutely.
Did you go to Brown Institute, dude?
Ever in Minneapolis?
Ever. The one on Lake Street.
It's so funny because we went to Brown Institute at about the same time.
Yeah.
And we didn't meet till, a couple of years later, right? After we got out.
It had to be at least 4 years later. Yeah, because I was through 2 jobs, so it was 4 years later.
Yeah. So there you go. And finally.
Oh, thank God.
Apropos of This is True Really News, episode 847 from Edwin Martin. Hey, Mr. Martin. I'm not so sure about you guys.
We aren't either.
How can you mention Pahrump, Nevada, and not remind all the younger folks that Pahrump, Nevada is where the great Art Bell used to live and broadcast from? And I'd forgotten it was Pahrump.
I'd forgotten Art Bell, so there we are.
See, I hadn't forgotten Art Bell because
the name rings a vague bell.
Oh, he was the guy with the UFO stories all the time.
Yeah.
And
that's what I thought, but it was like sitting way in the back of my and Harumph never.
Harumph?
Sounds like something that should be in a little drummer boy song.
Should be Harumph, Nevada. Who was the Twin Cities guy that used to fill in for Art? He was on the Chick Talk show.
Laird Brooke Schmidt.
No, it wasn't Laird. Laird's weird. Remember when he used to send us letters giving us
advice?
Not only advice, but bits.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his name?
Laird Brooke Schmidt.
No.
Oh, not that guy. Sorry.
No. He had to leave because his ears got too bad. He died just recently, too, and I was so sad to hear that because he was a really good guy. I met him a few times, and I can't remember his name. His name was something. He had some kind of name. Hey, Edwin.
Danny, Donnie, Bill, Fred, Irving, Waldo, Pepper, Alphonse,
Salt, sugar, pepper.
Aloysius,
No,
Art,
I'm just
Artie,
boom. Edwin, if you
Sure
know
was-
who it
John
is,
Hines.
just send me. No,
Bob
it's not
Berglund.
Hines. Not Bergie. By the way,
Trudon
his
Blue?
Wordle scores are going up. What?
Trudon Blue.
No, it wasn't Trudon Blue.
Oh.
It was from the TikTok station. He used to do the oh shoot, he was on KSAM for a little while, then they moved him over to the TikTok station. Shoot. Oh well, Edwin, if you remember who it was, please let me know. So
Used to fill in for Art.
used to fill in for Art Bell. Really good guy. Really good guy. He was a minister. He was an Episcopalian priest.
Well, that would explain the UFOs then.
On to funnier things. Maybe.
Yeah.